What's up, guys? Joe Jazzy from Playmat Format here to do a deck tech on Eloise Nephalia Sleuth. Uh, Built this a while back ago, and never got a chance to do anything on the channel with it, really. Yeah, so let's get into it. All about creatures dying so that you can draw cards and sacrificing tokens to get better stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off. I haven't really organized this in anything specific, so just kind of bear with me as I go through. Got a hired blade. Thought it was a pretty good creature for only 3 to put in there. Has flash, so quick to get out and stop big things or mid things that have stupid stuff. Got an offer you can't refuse. Who doesn't like a 1-drop counter? Mainly for non-creature spells, but it also gives you tokens, so that's always fun. Then I got a Departed Deckhand for 2 in there. So there's that guy. When it becomes the target of a spell, you sacrifice it, and it can't be blocked except by spirits. So then you can pay 4. Another target creature you control can't be blocked this turn except by spirits. So lots of making things unblockable. Maybe some big things. Maybe some things like 4/4 Flying Dragon. Ruthless Deathfang. 4/4 Flyer. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, target opponent sacrifices a creature. I didn't really think this one through. There's more stuff. There's some stuff in here that makes you sacrifice creatures, but I didn't really think it through. I saw sacrifice and thought of my commander, but it doesn't really work that way. But still, got things in here that make me sacrifice creatures here and there. And it's a 4/4 flyer, so it's always nice. Got a Mirkwood Bats, and yes, it's an extended art. Lovely card. Whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. Goes really well with my commander. So it just a lot of back and forth. You create something dies, target opponent loses 1 life. Very good card to have in this deck. Got a Negate, another counter non-creature spell. So for 2, that's not so bad. I got a Bone to Ash. It's 4, but this one can target a creature spell. It only targets creature spells. And then you get to draw a card. So card draw is always good. And who doesn't love a good command sphere in their deck? So tap for any color of mana in your commander's identity and sacrifice it to draw a card. You don't need the mana anymore. And what would a blue-black deck without having some Grave Recursion? So got this Horses of the Bruinen. 2 blue, 3 colorless for 5 in total. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Scry 1, and the ring tempts you. I do not have really a ring affiliation with this deck. It would be nice if I did, but we don't have enough Lords of the Ring stuff. We only really got 1 box of that, I think. And some side stuff here and there. Sanitarium Skeleton. A lot of people know what that does, but I'll go ahead and tell you. It's a 1-drop, and for 3, you can return it from the graveyard to your hand. So just bringing it back so you can use it to do other stuff. Sacrificial Pawn, I guess. Really, really good for a Sacrificial Pawn. And I made sure to put a lot of counter spells in this. I got a Convolute for 3. You counter target spell unless its controller pays 4. So time it right, make sure they don't have 4 mana, and boom. This is just Bantha Fodder, honestly. It's a walking corpse. It's a 2/2 for 2. Like I said, Bantha Fodder. You want to have some Bantha Fodder in a sacrificial deck, right? I wanted to make sure to have some flyers, because why not? 3/4 Elemental. Willow Wind. 5-drop. When it enters, you scry 2. Not bad, not bad. Then I got this legendary instant, Isildur's Fateful Strike. 2 black, 2 colorless, legendary instant. It says, you may cast a legendary instant only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker, which you want to have your commander out pretty much. I don't think it has very many other legendary permanents in here. Destroy target creature. If its controller had more than 4 cards in hand, they exile cards from their hand equal to the difference. So if they had a full hand, they discard down to 4. Or exile down to 4? Exile cards from their hand equal to 4. Hopefully they had like a Folio of Fancies and they got like half their deck in their hand. That would be cool. Not likely to happen, but I'm sure it has. Then I got Saruman's Trickery. Yes, there's a lot of Lord of the Rings cards in here. Saruman's Trickery, is a 2 blue, 1 colorless instant that counters target spell, and then you amass Orcs 1, which everybody knows what amass Orcs, but you put a 1/1 counter on an army you control. It's also an Orc. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black Orc army creature token first. So, fun instances. Then, of course, more Grave Recursion, Rise from the Grave. Rise from the Grave is a 5-drop, 1 black, 4 colorless sorcery that says put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Not really important for it being a zombie, but, you know, it's a good card to have in almost any deck. Mainly zombie decks, so who knows, that might get traded into a different deck one day. Then I got a Metamorphic Alteration, a 2-drop enchantment aura. Cool card. It says, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature. Enchanted creature is a copy of chosen creature, and this could be your opponent's creature. Hey, you have a stuffy doll? Now I have a stuffy doll. I don't know anybody with a stuffy doll anymore. Want to send me a stuffy doll? Let me know. Anyways, then got a 3/2 Hired Blade. It's a 3-drop with flash. Yeah. Tell me I do not have 2 of these in here. Sorry, guys. I thought I saw something. Oh, no. Look at that, guys. Messed up. Gotta take a card out. Well, sorry about that, guys. Then I got a Gorging Vulture, a 2/2 bird. Nice bird. This 2/2 bird, it's a 3-drop. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. You gain 1 life for each creature card put into your graveyard this way. So, birds. Gotta have flyers. Almost every deck should have flyers, no matter what. Then I got a Lich's Caress, a 5-drop. Destroy target 5-drop sorcery. Destroy target creature, you gain 3 life. Doesn't seem like a very good value, but late game, that'd be a good thing to have. Got this extended art, Gothmog Moguli Lieutenant. Gothmog says, when it enters, amass Orcs 1. Create creature tokens you control have Death Touch. So, whenever tokens get made, which happens quite a bit in this deck, you give them Death Touch. Alright, next I have Kinzu of Bleak Coven. It is a legendary creature, Phyrexian Vampire. It's a 5/4, it flies, and whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life and exile it. If I do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1 and has Toxic 1. Yes. Toxic. Alright, then I got a Mordor Muster. A 2-drop sorcery that says... You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Amass Orcs 1. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Making all the tokens. Alright. Next I have Venser Shaper's Servant. I love this card. It is a 4-drop with flash, and when it enters the battlefield, a return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. It's basically just a backslap to people's freaking cards. I love this card. Okay, next I have a Blight Beetle. A 2-drop creature insect, protection from green, and creatures your opponents control can't have 1/1 counters put on them. Love this card. Although I forget a lot that it's on the field, and then that messes me up. I could have won a game because I forgot that this was on there. And yeah. Alright, next I got a 2-drop Gleaming Barrier. It is a artifact walled 0/4 defender. And when this creature dies, you create a treasure token. Gotta have that mana. Mana gives you everything. Alright, next. Who doesn't like a good murder? 3-drop. Instant. Just destroy target creature. Gotta love destroying other people's stuff. Alright, next I have an Unholy Indenture. It is a 3-drop enchantment aura, and when an enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control with a 1/1 counter on it. I wish I had a way to bring enchantments back. So, you just bring a creature back, bring this back, bring a creature back, bring this back, bring a creature back. Yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright. Then I have a 2-drop instant that says Disperse. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. You can use that against your opponents or on yourself if you need to. Yarok's Wave Crasher, a 4/4 elemental for 4, and when it enters, you return another creature you control to its owner's hand. Good for having ETBs. Yeah, just whenever something enters the battlefield. Alright, next I have Sleep Paralysis. A lot of people already know what this does, but hey, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Just stop your opponent's things and make them not be able to do things. Speaking of not make them not be able to do things, how about attacking and blocking? Got Edifice of Authority, a 3-drop artifact. This is a cool artifact. It says tap 1, tap. Target creature can't attack this turn. Put a brick counter on Edifice of Authority. Tap 1, and then it has another ability that says tap 1, tap it. Until your next turn, target creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters on Edifice of Authority. Good for stopping things in their tracks. Just gotta make sure you get those brick counters on them. I am going to botch this word so bad. Phylactery? Maybe I didn't. Phylactery Lich. A 3-black-drop creature zombie that is a 5/5 indestructible, and when it enters, put a phylactery counter on an artifact you control. When you control no permanents with phylactery counters on them, sacrifice Phylactery Lich. Yeah. It made it sound like I was going to say more, but nope. I kept this on the battlefield for a really long time one game, and just kept swinging in with it. It was real fun. Alright, next I got a Blue Divination, a 4-drop sorcery that says, as an additional cost of spell, sacrifice a creature. See, lots of things that kill my creatures. Draw 3 cards. Yeah. Next I have Graz, a 8-drop legendary artifact creature Juggernaut. Juggernauts you control attack each combat if able. Juggernauts you control can't be blocked by walls. Other creatures you control have base power and toughness 5/3 and are juggernauts in addition to their other types. In addition to their other creature types. I want to build a deck out of this someday. Maybe just put a bunch of Thopters. Then make them 5/3 Thopters flying. That would be cool. Anyways. Next I have Kurith? Ungol Patrol. A 4/5 creature orc soldier for 5. And you can tap 1, tap it, sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then create a food. So just a thing to make food, gain you more life. Good thing to have in black and blue, considering there's not much life gain in black and blue. Then I got an Infectious Horror. Infectious Horror. It is a 2/2 creature zombie horror, and when it attacks, each opponent loses 2 life. Fun card to have. Then I got a Zephyr Charge, a 2-drop enchantment that allows me to pay 2 to give target creature flying. And I can do that as much time as I want, as long as I have the mana. Okay, then I got Wind Reader Sphinx, a 7-drop, 2 blue, 5 colorless creature Sphinx. He's a 3/7 with flying, and whenever a creature with flying attacks, I may draw a card. Goes real well with that. Card draw. Then I got this 2/2 Burnishing Heart, which is mainly just for finding mana, because you can pay 3 and sacrifice this creature to search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. So good for finding mana and shuffling. Then I got a 2-drop Hungry Ghoul. It is a 2/2, and I can pay 1 to sacrifice another creature to put a 1/1 counter on this creature. See? More stuff to kill creatures. Speaking of killing creatures, then I got a 1/1 creature human. A 1/1 creature human for 2. And when he dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Use him, sacrifice a creature, get another creature, sacrifice the other creature. Put 1/1 counters on that. Investigate, get tokens, surveil, yada yada. Then I got a 4-drop, 2-headed zombie, a creature zombie. He is a 4/2 with menace. Of course he has menace. It has 2 heads. 2 and 3 arms? It's weird. Anyways, yeah. Yep, just another guy to either swing in or sacrifice. Next, I have a 3-drop instant called Supreme Will. You choose 1. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Or you can look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So, bunch of value in that card. Next, I have another Lord of the Rings card, Sauron the Necromancer. He is a 5-drop legendary creature avatar horror. He's a 4/4 with menace, and whenever he attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 3/3 black wraith with menace. At the beginning of the next end step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. Oh, there is a reason to have a ring. Alright. Next I have an Easterling Vanguard, a 2-drop 2/1 creature human warrior with when this dies, amass orcs 1. Get yourself a 1/1 army. Nice. Alright. Next I have Painful Quandary. It is a 5-drop 2 black 3 colorless enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they draw a card. Great card to start off with early game. Or late game. If you're losing and they need something to slow them down. Then I have a 0/5 Wall of Mist. Yeah, it's just a wall, but it's a 2-drop. It's a 0/5. So either Bantha fodder or something to block with. Alright, next I have a Gutless Plunderer. A 3-drop creature skeleton pirate. It has Death Touch. Any amount of damage this deals to a creature is enough to destroy. Everyone knows that. I don't know why I'm reading that. It has Raid. When this creature enters, if you attack this turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library, put the rest into your graveyard. Okay. Next is a nifty little artifact called Mirror of Galadriel. It is a 2-drop. And this little special artifact, you can tap 5 and tap it and scry 1, then draw a card. And it costs 1 less to cast for each legendary creature you control. Which, usually I end up having to pay 5 or 4 for it. But, still, I think it's pretty useful. Next, I have Salvager of Secrets. A 2/2 creature merfolk wizard that says, when it enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from the graveyard to your hand. And so, repeating on my... yeah, you get it. Redo something like Nasty End, a 2-drop instant that says an additional cost to this, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. If the creature was legendary, draw 3 cards instead. Don't usually have to do that second ability, but who knows. Speaking of drawing cards, then I got a 3-cast sorcery called Divination, and it allows you to draw 2 cards. Then I have a Prowling Geistcatcher. This is a 4-drop human rogue. Whenever you and it's 2/4. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile it. If that creature was a token, put a 1/1 counter on Prowling Geistcatcher. When Prowling Geistcatcher leaves the battlefield, return each card exiled with it to the battlefield under your control. So, that'd be a fun thing to have on the field. Sacrificing creatures. Anyways. Then I have the Mouth of Sauron. A 1 black, 1 blue, 3 colorless legendary creature human advisor. He is a 3/4. And what he says is, when he enters the battlefield, target opponent mills 3 cards. Then I amass X, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in that player's graveyard. Great way to make big creature. Alright. Next, I have a 7-drop artifact creature golem. He is a 3/3, and when he enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Lots of people say this card is not worth putting in decks, but I would disagree. Especially when I get to return things from the graveyard to my hand all the time. Speaking of which, 6-drop Captivating Gyre, 2 blue, 4 colorless sorcery. Return up to 3 target creatures to their owner's hands. My bad. Well, still, if you have him on the battlefield and he's not destroyed, return him to your hand along with 2 others, and boom. Next, I have a 4/4 Flying Creature Sphinx. He is a 6-drop, 1 blue and 5 colorless, and when he enters the battlefield, you scry 2. Give me a second here, guys. There we go. Alright. Next, we have the Tournament of Golem. It is a 4-drop. Target opponent reveals their hand. It's a 4-drop sorcery. Sorry, guys. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Then you amass Orcs 2. Nice card. Got Golem or Smeagol, whoever. In Mordor, all that he knew was forced from him. Then I have a 6-drop creature Thrall. It is a 5/5 Death Toucher. Go ahead, block with your big things. Next, I have Amulet of Safekeeping. Whenever you become the target of spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell unless its controller pays 1 colorless mana. Creature tokens get -1/-0. I always thought this was a pretty cool card, and if you can copy artifacts, I should put this in a different deck. That would be really cool. Next, I got Psy Master Thopterus, a 1/4 legendary creature, human artificer. He costs 3 mana, 1 blue, 2 colorless. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. You can tap 1 blue and 1 colors, sacrifice 2 artifacts, and draw a card. Great value in him, I think. Alright, last but not least, a Treason of Isengard. For 1 blue and 2 colorless, you put up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library, and then amass Orcs 2. Lovely card. That is the last card, other than whatever I decide to put in after this, because I had 2 of these hired blades in there. They tricked me. Alright, so this is my Eloise Nephalia Sleuth deck. Sorry if I went too fast through it. I'll have to double check and let me know if you guys think I should add anything specific. I kind of just have a let things die and do their things kind of flow with this deck, and it's done pretty well. Of course, I've died with it a couple times too. It's not like it's an end-all be-all deck, but hopefully you guys like it. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think I should replace this card with. Sorry that it was technically a falsified deck. I didn't know that. I've had this deck put together for a long time now. Yeah, it seems like this this video was kind of short, but that's okay. It's okay. I guess hopefully you guys will watch the next video. Hopefully that is the what Cruz was saying. We should be doing a hot sauce challenge video or something like that. So until next time, remember to escape the reality. So we'll see you guys next time. I need to figure out where there's the cursor. Alright, see you next time.